Hello, students. In the previous lecture, we have seen the example given by our writer A.G. Gardiner, that uh, the example of conductor, right? The well behaved, well mannered conductor. The conductor behaved very politely to our author. He did not insult him, and moreover, he gave tickets to him. The writer was very impressed, and the kindness of the conductor gave him more satisfaction. Right? Now, let's see uh, our today's part. A few days after, my most sensitive toe was trampled on rather heavily as I sat reading on the top of a bus. I looked up with some anger and more agony and saw my friend of the cheerful countenance. Yes, again on the same bus. Uh, the next time in the same bus, when our author was traveling, someone stamped his foot very hard. Stamped or trampled. Trampled means crush his feet. And he was so angry that he raised his face to shout on the person. But then he saw the conductor, his friend, and before he could say anything, what the conductor said, what is countenance? Cheerful countenance means expression, cheerful expression, or a cheerful facial expression, we can say here. Yes. And what he said, what the conductor said, sorry, sir, he said, I know these are heavy boots. Got them because my own feet get trod on so much, and now I am trading on other people's. Hope I didn't hurt you, sir. He had hurt me, but he was so nice about it that I assured him he hadn't. And our author was very angry, but when he saw the conductor, and before he could say anything, the conductor immediately apologized. And what our conductor said, did I hurt you, sir? I am very sorry. The way he said all this was very courteous, very kind, that our author A.G. Gardiner told him, no, no, it's okay, even though he got really hurted. Okay, now, yes, and our author assured him that he hadn't hurt our author. After this, I began to observe him whenever I boarded his bus and found a curious pleasure in the constant good nature of his bearing. And after this incident, whenever our author boarded in the same bus, he he used to observe that conductor, and the conductor always made his passengers very much comfortable with his courteous nature by assisting them. Yes, he seemed to have an inexhaustible fund of patience and a gift for making his passengers comfortable. He always was having unlimited patience with him. Our conductor had a lot of patience, and he was like a blessing for his passengers in the bus. He always tried to make his passengers very much comfortable. I noticed that if it was raining, he would run up the stairs to give someone the tip that there was room inside. It's always he was in the mood. He was very much good by nature, kind by nature, and he always assist the his passengers in the bus. If there was raining outside, he he used to go to the passenger and tell them that there is a room inside, there is a place inside. With old people he was as considerate as a son. Yes. And with old people, if any passenger is old, how he behave with the passenger like a son, and with children as solicitous as a father. And with the children, solicitous means showing a lot of concern. Means with children he behaved like a father. He just showed very much concern to children. He had evidently a peculiarly warm place in his heart for young people. And with young people he always uh, uh, behave like a friend. Means with friendliness he always behave with young people then, and always indulge in some merry jest with them. Merry jest means amuse or comfortable, make comfortable someone. So always he indulged, he wanted to make the youngsters always happy and comfortable. If he had a blind man on board, it was not enough to set him down safely on the pavement. Yes, and if he found someday a blind passenger in his bus, he surely helped him. He behaved very much kindly with him. He would call to Bill, his driver. He would call his driver in front to wait while he took him across the road or round the corner. And he uh, took him across the road also, and to the corner also. And in this way he helped the blind man as well as all the passengers in his bus, or otherwise safely on his way. In short, I found that he irradiated such an atmosphere of good temper and kindliness that a journey with him was a lesson in natural courtesy and good manners. Means irradiated, spread, or produce. Means he was such a kind and well behaved man. The conductor was. His politeness and kindness brought cheerfulness in the atmosphere, and he was very much courteous with good manners. What struck me particularly was the ease with which he got through his work, and he was very much happy with his work, what he was doing. He just do it very much happily, very much cheerfully. If bad manners are infectious, so also are good manners. Yes, and here our writer is keep on saying that if the bad manners are infectious, if one bad behavior inspire us to make us bad, so why not good manners? So also are good manners. So good manners or good behavior also inspire someone to behave nicely, right? If we encounter incivility, most of us are apt to become uncivil, but it is an unusually uncouth person who can be disagreeable with sunny people. And if we confronted to any incivil person, we just at that time only we just imitate him, or we also become uncivil. But it is an unusually uncouth means impolite or unrefined, a person who can be disagreeable with sunny people. But we just our author said good manners are are also infectious. In the same way, the person who is not imitating the good manners or sunny people, he must be impolite, right, or unrefined. It is with manners as with the weather, nothing clears up my spirits like a fine day, said Keats. And John Keats, the famous poet, also used to say that nothing clears up my spirits like a fine day. Means nothing make me happy from my soul uh, like a fine day. Means only fine day, only sunny people, only happy people, only courageous people can make my day very much fine. And a cheerful person descends on even the gloomiest of us with something of the benediction of a fine day. Benediction, a blessing. And uh, cheerful peoples or happy peoples or courteous people, well mannered people are just like a blessings for us. They come just like a blessing towards us, and they made our day. They make our day, make our moment very much happy. And so it was always fine weather on the polite conductor's bus. And so always our author found very much comfortable, very much happy atmosphere in the bus, right? And his own civility, his conciliatory here given the meaning, trying to win friendly feelings. Yes, his conciliatory address and good humored bearing infected his passengers. And our uh, conductors' good manners are also very much infectious. And his good manners always infecting the passengers with happiness, enlightening their spirits. He lightened his own task. His gaiety was not a wasteful luxury, but a sound investment. Yes, and his gaiety means feeling of happiness, means politeness and kindness of the bus conductor brought cheerfulness in the atmosphere in the bus, making the passengers happy. So our writer says politeness is not the West or wasteful luxury, but a very good investment, sound investment, right? Yes, students, till here we have seen. Now, the next part we will see in our next lecture. Till then, stay home, stay safe.